Hey there, I'm Finn, and we need to talk. Because if you're still relying on old school passwords and a kind of security your bank gave you years ago, well, I've got to be honest, your entire net worth might be a sitting duck for a new and frankly terrifying kind of threat.
So picture this. It's the middle of the night, your phone buzzes, and you see it's your mom calling. You answer and you hear her voice. She sounds frantic, maybe she's crying, saying she's in deep trouble and needs you to wire money right now. Every single instinct you have is screaming, help her.
But the next morning, you call her back just to check in, and she has absolutely no idea what you're talking about. And that's when this chilling feeling washes over you. That wasn't your mom on the phone. It was an AI clone. And that money you sent, it's just gone forever. So how on earth is this even possible? Well, this isn't about hacking your password or your computer anymore. Oh no, this is about hacking something far more vulnerable. It's about hacking your brain. You know, for years, the big fear was scammers using some complex software to brute force their way past our passwords. But they've gotten so much smarter. The new playbook isn't about technology. It's about psychology. They're not trying to guess your password anymore. They're trying to exploit the very emotions that make us human. And what's truly frightening is how easy this has become. A scammer just needs a tiny audio clip of your loved one's voice, maybe from a TikTok video, an Instagram story, anything. They feed that little clip into an AI, and boom, they have a perfect clone. Then they spoof the caller ID, so your phone literally says mom is calling, and then they make the call, creating that intense, panic-filled emergency. Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on, I'd know if I was talking to a robot. But these aren't the clunky AI voices from a few years ago. These models capture the exact pitch, the emotion, the panic in a person's voice. And our brains are just hardwired for this stuff. When we hear someone we love in genuine distress, our instinct to protect just takes over. All logic, all rational thought, it just flies right out the window. Okay, so let's say the absolute worst happens. You fall for it. It's a nightmare. But hey, that's what banks are for, right? They'll see it's fraud and make you whole, won't they? Well, this is where a really bad situation gets a whole lot worse. This is probably the most dangerous assumption we all make about our money. We just believe that if our money gets stolen, the bank will step in and give it back. I mean, that's how it works with credit cards, right? But this new kind of AI scam, it plays by a completely different and way harsher set of rules. It all comes down to a really important term: authorized push payment. Think about it. When you get that panicked call, you are the one who logs into your banking app. You put in your password. You bypass your own security alerts, and you hit send on the transfer. From the bank's point of view, you pushed the money out yourself. And here it is, the brutal consequence. As far as your bank is concerned, you authorized the whole thing. And because you sent it, even though you were totally manipulated, their standard fraud protection policies almost never cover it. The money is gone, and the bank has zero legal obligation to give you a single cent back. You know, we always talk about how holding a lot of cash is a liability because of inflation eating away at it. But now it's also a massive liability for a totally different reason. It's completely exposed to these instant, irreversible scams. A big, liquid cash balance has basically become a giant glowing target for these psychological hacks. Look, I know this all sounds absolutely terrifying, but I promise you are not powerless here. We're going to move from agitation to action. So let's walk through the exact step-by-step protocol to build your own digital fortress, one that makes you basically immune to this entire attack. The whole solution boils down to a really simple 3-step defense, okay? First, we establish a safe word. Second, we use the hang up and callback rule. And third, we upgrade our security. Let's break down each one. All right, step 1. This is easily the most effective thing you can do, and you can literally do it today. Create a family safe word. It could be a weird random word or a super specific question that only your family would know the answer to. From now on, if anyone calls you in a supposed emergency asking for money, your very first response before anything else is what's the safe word. If they can't answer, no money. End of story. Step 2 is your immediate action plan. If you get one of these panicked calls, even if they somehow give you the safe word, you simply say, okay, I'm hanging up and calling you right back. Then you hang up and dial their number yourself from your own contacts list. Here's why this is foolproof.
Scammers can fake the incoming call to make it look like it's from your mom, but they have no way to intercept your outgoing call to her real number.
And finally, step 3 is all about hardening the target, your accounts. You have to stop using simple text message codes for verification. They're just too easy to intercept these days. It is time to upgrade to modern security. We're talking about passkeys and biometrics, like your fingerprint or your Face ID. These things make it physically impossible for someone to get into your accounts unless they are literally you.
So, following these steps isn't just about stopping one particular scam. It's really about fundamentally changing what it means to be financially secure in this new world we live in.
And this gets to the real heart of it. True financial stability today, it's not just about how much money you have in the bank. It's about having what you might call skill liquidity. It's the knowledge, the awareness, and the adaptability to see these modern threats coming and navigate around them. Your skills are now just as important as your savings. So I'll leave you with this final thought to really let sink in. I want you to take a hard look at your own defenses, your own family's plan, and honestly ask yourself this question. Is your wealth actually secure, or is it all just one phone call away from completely vanishing? Thanks for joining me.